Hi students, good morning. I hope everyone is doing well, keeping safe and staying healthy. Today I have a new activity for you, and today's activity is for the entire 6th and the 7th standard.
Hi students, good morning. For today we will be learning a little bit about a few tools that we use in painting. So let's begin. First of all, let's start off with our pencils. Now, there are various types of pencils that are available to shade. Usually what we use for your normal writing in school is an HB pencil. And HB stands for hard black pencil. So that means usually if the number B is present on your pencil, like if you have a 2B or a 4B or a 6B, that means the darker the pencil will be. When you have an HB on your pencil, that means the lead content in that pencil is less, and hence you get a lighter shade when you paint or when you shade. Alright, now you get pencils in various numbers starting from HB and going up to 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B and 10B. Alright, now 10B is the darkest pencil that you get. Okay, now if I shade it over here, if you see, you can see how dark this pencil is versus me shading with an HB pencil. Now, those pencils that have B in it, the alphabet B in it, are softer pencils. Okay, so when you shade, your tip, it's used up quickly and gets blunt quickly because the lead content in these pencils is higher. Hence, you use more lead on your paper, and the more quicker your tip will get blunt versus using an HB or a 2B pencil, for example. You use less lead and it is lighter in shade. Okay, and hence your tip may not get blunt that quickly as compared to a higher lead pencil. Alright, so what you need to know about your pencils is for your shading, you get pencils in various numbers. They're starting from HB, which is your lightest shade, going up to 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B, and finally you have 10B. Okay, the higher the number, as I said, starting from 2B, 3B, 4B, 6B, 8B, and 10B, the higher the number, the darker the pencil. Okay, the smaller the number, that is your 2B, for example, the lighter your pencil. Okay, so that is all you need to know about your pencils, is that you get them in various numbers, and lighter the smaller the number, the lighter the pencil. The bigger the number, the darker the shading will be. Okay, alright, now let's move on to our brushes. You get various types of brushes, but for today we are going to learn about two types of brushes and the ones that are most common and the most used type of brushes. Okay, we are going to learn about our round brushes and flat brushes. Okay, first of all, a brush is made up of three parts. Okay, you have your bristle, you have your metal area which holds the bristle together, and finally you have the handle. Okay, so your brush is made up of three parts. Now let's talk about the bristle of your brush. You usually get two types of bristles, that is your synthetic bristle, this is a synthetic bristle, and you get your natural bristle. Now, natural bristles are usually made from natural hair such as horsetail hair or squirrel hair or ox hair and so on. Now these bristles are much more softer Then the synthetic bristles, which are made out of nylon. The synthetic bristles are usually made out of nylon, and nowadays these are the most commonly used type of brushes with the synthetic bristles on them as compared to the natural hair brushes. Now these natural hair brushes, based on the different types of colors that you use, the various types of paint that you use, you get various natural bristles. Usually a painter would prefer using a natural hair bristle because in watercolors, for example, it absorbs more water and allows you to paint. But nowadays with synthetic bristles, these bristles are usually made for all types of paints, be it watercolors, poster colors, acrylic colors, and so on. So usually what you get in the market nowadays are synthetic or nylon bristles. Alright, so this is a little bit that you need to know about your bristles. Now let's learn about the types of brushes. As I said earlier, you get flat brushes and you get round tipped brushes. Now the round tip brushes, if you look at them, the bristles are placed more closely together. Okay, so you get nice round bristles, and a flat brush usually has the bristles laid out so that you get a flatter surface. Now flat brushes are usually used to cover a bigger area of your surface. For example, if I'm going to use a flat brush over here, and just to give you an example, a flat brush will cover up much more area than a round brush. So usually you would use a flat brush to cover up, say if you're doing a sky, or if you want to cover the full page of your paper, you use a flat brush so that you get an even effect across your paper. Okay, now the next type of brushes that you have is your round brush. Okay, these brushes are usually used for more detailed work. So say if you want to add a little bit of detail on your artwork, it would be easier to use a round brush to add more details to your artworks. Okay, so this is about your flat brush and your round brush. Your flat brush is better to use to cover up flatter and larger areas of surfaces when you paint, and a round brush is better to use when you're doing more detailed work in your painting. Now in flat brushes and round brushes, you get them in various sizes, starting from a small size to a larger size brush. Similarly, in a round brush as well, you get them in a fine tip to a much larger tip. Alright, now how do you clean your brushes? A small tip to remember is to avoid keeping your brushes with paint on it, because if you keep them with paint on it, especially if you're using acrylic colors or oil paints, what happens is that when the paint dries on your brushes, the brushes will get spoiled and you won't be able to use your brush. So a small tip is, as soon as you finish using your brush to paint, it is better to wash your brush in water nicely, dry it out on a cloth or a tissue, okay, and then keep it nicely in your compass box. Okay, avoid keeping paint on your brushes and keeping that same brush in your compass box, as the brush bristles will get very firm and very hard and you may not be able to use them again. So it's better if you wash your brush and make sure the bristle is nice and clean so that you can store it in your compass box. Alright, so that is all you need to know about your brushes and your pencils. Let's do a quick recap. Your pencils, and then you have your brushes. Your pencils are available in various sizes as well as numbers. Okay, you have the smaller size of the lead, okay, in an HB pencil, which gives you a lighter shade when you shade, versus a bigger pencil which gives you a darker shade when you shade. Okay, you get them in various numbers starting from your HB to 2B, 3B, 4B, 6B, 8B and 10B. The higher the number, the darker the shade. And you also, and in your brushes, you get your brushes in round as well as flat brushes. Flat brushes are easier to use to cover up larger areas of surface to give you a more even out surface, versus a round brush which is usually used for more detailed work to give you better details when you paint. Alright, another tip, make sure you clean your brushes well and wash them before you store them in your compass box. Alright students, that's all I have for you for today about some of the tools that you use to paint. I hope you enjoyed it and have a nice day ahead.